Our library started as the bank's community library in 1976. We had a group of volunteers. Jane Moore, Mary Lou Savara, who is still an active Friend member, Karen Baker and Donna McCall formed the Sunset Library Society. And stories from Mary Lou include the fact that when they would go around and say, we need a library for our students, a lot of the people they were talking to didn't understand why that was important. So it was a large education just to get the people of Banks to decide that was a really valuable thing. So they started working on that, and the first access they had was the book van. And so those folks and other volunteers staffed the book van, and they got enough encouragement of people wanting a library from that they decided to move forward. So from January of '76 to March, the Sunset Library volunteers decided, they were working towards it. They made a partnership with the junior high school. And so the community library had its own area in the Banks Junior High School library. And the first year, they were open a total of 8 hours per week. And they were very odd hours. And that month, or September of '76, a grand total of 32 books were checked out. But they had started that library off with a donation of about 2,000 books plus $500. So that was a good year. And then after the levy passed, their first fiscal year budget was a total of $2,500. And they used that to buy shelving and other supplies to actually make it more of a library. So in '78, they actually had a grant that allowed them to hire a full-time library media aide. And so for a couple years, that really made it grow. And they decided that maybe we need a little more space than just, our side of the junior high. So they started looking around, and we had the Oak Village Shopping Center, and they found space there. And right now it's a Chinese restaurant, but you can kind of see behind the sign where it still says library from our old sign that used to be there. So that was in 1988-89. And so it was there for several years, and then, we had growth again. And so in 1994, they started work with, let's get the library to its own building. And so the city of Banks stepped up. They donated the land, they took over management of the library, and we had, oh no, I'm skipping around. Yeah, so 1997, May of 1997, we had our library building. We've made a few additions, and we're working on making another addition now. That's our Banks Library.